Welcome back, everybody, to Carolina Atlantic University Drakes football. We have 5 games left on this season. We're going to be taking on Tulane in a little bit, and then later on, we're going to be taking on Notre Dame. They're ranked, so that game should probably be a big blowout. But Tulane, they're only 1-3 on the season. We've already played like 7 games, so I don't know how that's possible. We got another recruit, Steven Judah, 2-star quarterback, 6'1", 186. From California. He's the number 95 quarterback in the country, and as of right now, he's looking to be the day 1 starter. He has C throw power, C accuracy, and B speed. We'll have to see his ratings at the end of the year and see how he ends up. But Tulane, they don't really have any NFL talent. Their top player is a cornerback in Kevin White, 86 overall. They have Brandon Franklin, the true sophomore quarterback, 82 overall, 90 throw power, 85 accuracy. He looks pretty alright, but he's been struggling a little bit. 1 touchdown, 3 interception on the year. And then Tom Johnson is their leading running back, 7 touchdowns for him on the year. And then their top receiver is Lee Marshall at 86 overall, 99 route running, but hasn't gotten into the end zone yet. He'll try to probably do that today, but let's get into this game. And at this point in the season, with our 0-7 record, we're really just looking for players who might be able to secure a starting role for year number 2. I don't think we're able to replace every single person. You know, we have 22 starters on offense and defense, so a few of these players are probably going to last. So that's really what we're looking for in today's episode, as we're going to kick off the Tulane. And Simmons looked like he almost dropped it there, but he's going to return that up to about the 23-yard line. Here comes Tom Johnson. He was 100+ yards in his last appearance. As Gaston's going to take it for the first carry. Gain over to the left of 7. And here goes Franklin carrying it with the ball. The big quarterback running forward for a gain of 9, first down. Franklin looking to pass for the first time. Finds his man Caps for a gain of 13. Crossing over into the 50 already. Franklin now setting up the screen to Jack. He has 1 block downfield. Brought down by Floyd, or actually that was Stanford. Franklin's now going to pitch it to Johnson this time, and kicks up the first down after that one. Franklin running again, pitches it again to Johnson, gets the block downfield. No one's going to be able to cut in time to tackle him. Tom Johnson from 23 yards out gets Tulane on the board to start this game, because they had no problem scoring on their first drive. Let's see what Carolina Atlantic can do. First play, handoff to Bean, running to the side. Fights forward a little bit, gain of 8. Now on a 3rd down situation, here comes the fullback Glover out of the backfield, gain of 4. Now Tyrone Anderson on the jet sweep, has a few blocks downfield, 14 yards, and crossing over the 50. This is a great start for us. Parker now looking to throw. No one's really open, throwing over the to the side to Bishop, just doesn't have enough for that one. So we're going to have to end up punting here, but looks like Jack now on offense for Tulane. He's going to shed 1 tackle, breaking free. We have 1 more guy to try to bring him down. It's going to be Joey Logan, saving the long touchdown run. Here goes Franklin throwing to the side, this time to Marshall for a gain of 13. Now Jack running up the middle. The stiff arm brings him forward like 7 yards. That was crazy. Here goes Franklin now tucking and running. Getting down to about the 11, and he's hurt after that one. So in comes the backup quarterback, Mitchell. He looks a little bit of a runner because he takes off for a gain of 7, Darius Mitchell. That time now handing off to Johnson. He bulldozes his way in the end zone. Touchdown number 2 for Tom Johnson. Leads to Tulane 14. Carolina Atlantic nothing. Here goes Bean on a catch. Gain of about 3, but it's already a 3rd down and pretty much long here for Parker. Throwing over to the side, and that was just a terrible decision. Trying to find Weaver, but just doesn't throw that one where it needs to go. Now Tulane has it on offense inside the goal line. Darius Mitchell runs it in for the touchdown. It's 21-0 Tulane here in the first quarter. I mean, this is nothing new for our team. We've seen this all season, but here we go. Parker throwing over the middle to Andrew Hall, gain of 25, as he was able to run right in between the safeties. So now from midfield, Parker looking for someone open. He's just going to take off. Makes one man miss. Actually picks up the first down. Looks like he was going to be tackled, but Parker now throwing into traffic this time, trying to find Weaver again, but just doesn't have the catching ability to bring that one down. We're going to try to just take the points here, and we barely miss. Matt Long on the kick, and it is just right under the crossbar. That is disappointing, but it was only worth 3 points anyway. Here goes Mitchell throwing to Gaston, sheds the tackle. There's no one in sight, and this is already turning into a blowout. As Gaston scores the long touchdown, now down by 28. But here goes Bean, that's a pretty nice run, gain of 9. Now Parker taking it on the option. He's going to run forward for a gain of 5. Let's see what Parker can do here. Throwing now, just a wild miss there. Trying to find the tight end. Now 3rd down and 13. Another just wild overthrow. This time trying to find Weaver again. He threw the pick, trying to throw his way the first time, and then does it again. Just a wild overthrow. Not even really a bad decision. He was open. Now Tulane back on offense from their midfield logo, throwing to Jack. We actually get the stop here, so that's pretty good. Back on offense, here goes Weaver again dropping the ball. He is just having, well, I mean, I guess he's having an alright game. He has 2 drops, but Parker keeps trying to go after him and it's just not working. And I just completely missed that. We actually just gave up the ball already, so here's Tulane on offense again, driving forward, and a glitch play. Gets us a free tackle for a loss, not a sack. Josh Hill gets into the backfield on that confusion. Here goes Mitchell throwing over to Marshall. Mitchell Marshall, tackled by Stanford, gain of 15. Just under 2 minutes to play here, as Jack is just going to use his elusiveness, the giant gap in athleticism, to make it Tulane 35, Carolina Atlantic 0 at halftime. Trying to go for that same play that we got the big play to haul in earlier in the game. Doesn't get it that time, as Parker is just having an awful game. 4-15 with 2 interceptions. Tulane has it again. Here goes Williams. Almost just broke free on that one, but the sideline tackled him. Sideline playing for us this game, I guess. Here goes Jack, and he just makes it look easy again. 26 yards out. As here we are now down by 42. Wild overthrow by Morris Parker. Now 5 of 18 for 2 interceptions. Mitchell now here with the ball, pitching it back to Jack, the safety. Just took like 10 seconds to figure out that he had the ball. He was just chilling back there doing nothing. Here's a 3rd down and 10 later on. Mitchell throwing to Marshall again, the broken tackle, and into the end zone. They go. Tulane now almost at the half-century mark. Parker is going to throw this one to Anderson. Not enough for the first down. Going for it. We have nothing to lose, and they brought 2 extra men to cover Morris Parker. Tulane now on offense. Here goes Mitchell picking up the first down for them. And now Mitchell's going to run it again. He's got some blocks. Nice gain for him that time, 14. Now the handoff to Jack. He cuts it back inside, and the stiff arm gets him the extra 5. Now from a 1st and goal, here goes Mitchell pitching it back. He has the block. Bentley can't get off the block. Touchdown, Tom Johnson. I think it's his 3rd of the game. Here goes Eric Bishop. Gain of 19. 3rd down here for Parker. Can he get anyone open? Throwing across his body. Lucky that one was not intercepted. That was a terrible throw and decision. Tulane on offense. Here goes Jack running into his own guy. He could have just scored on that one again. Now Mitchell is going to tuck this one and run. And fighting forward for a gain of 16 on that one. 4 minutes left in this awful game. Here goes Jack tripping up. That's like the 3rd time he should have scored a touchdown, but didn't. Here goes Mitchell this time. The safety backed up again. What is our team doing? We're now down by 63. This is turning into one of the worst blowouts, but Tyrone Anderson. Here's a highlight reel play for one of the worst games we've seen all season. So Don't know what that really means for us, but we have a minute left in this game. Parker outside the pocket, throwing. What a wild overthrow. I just had to throw that in to show how bad his accuracy is, as Tulane is going to win this one by more than 60 points. Darius Mitchell, the backup quarterback, came in the game, got 4 touchdowns for them. But this was just an awful game all around. Morris Parker, only 8 completions, 2 interceptions. No one really ran the ball. That's been the same all season. Eric Bishop led our team with 25 yards on 3 catches. Stanford, Walker, and Williams and Gross led our team in tackles. Dave Williams got into the backfield twice. No sacks, no picks. And for Tulane, both quarterbacks played really well. I mean, Franklin was only in for a little bit. But Lawrence Jacks, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns for Johnson. Their whole running back room got involved today. And then looking at defense, Derek Hand was all over the field, blowing up all of our plays. McBride got in the backfield, Sanders got in the backfield, no sacks, and 2 interceptions for Buchanan and Hand. As that's going to bring us to the second game of the episode against number 19 Notre Dame. As if it couldn't get any worse for us, we are playing what is usually in this game one of the highest rated teams in Notre Dame. And let's see what they've been up to this season. They lost to Clemson and Virginia, but they've won every game since, as Quincy Macklin is leading them. And they have just NFL players all over this team. So they have one of the best kickers in the country, Eddie Randolph, a 96 overall left guard, Mark Miles, 95 wide receiver. He has 6 touchdowns already on the season with 600 yards. They have Jonathan Simmons. He hasn't played amazing, but he's more of a blocking tight end. Quincy Macklin is going to be injured for this game. We'll have to see if we're going to see him in this game, but 16 touchdowns and 8 interceptions for him. As it looks like Dan Bell is actually going to get the start for this game. He started the last game, it looks like, with 3 touchdowns and 200 yards. So maybe we can rattle the freshman, but they also have a right guard, Travis Moody, Derek Harris. These are all guys that we're going to be seeing in the other part of this series in the Madden 25 series. So Henderson, McNair, Kimbrough, Sanchez, pretty much any player over 90 overall you can pretty much expect is going to make it into the NFL, or at least declare or end up in the draft class. A few other players here, Alexander, Ron Cooper, a running back, probably not going to see him, but he might declare next year. And we got another player, Ryan Richwalski, a 3-star defensive end, 6'3", 264 from Illinois. He wants to go pro, but he decided just to get the extra playing time here, as he'll probably be a day 1 starter. 70 acceleration is all we know about him, and with all the other recruits, we're going to find out their stats at the end of the season once they walk onto campus. That's when we're going to know. But as we saw before, Macklin is out for the season. They are also missing their starting right end and center. But still a great team all around, as we're going to let this one go to the back of the end zone. And here we are starting off with a run to Otis Henry. Haven't seen a lot from him this year. Gain of 2. Parker now throwing this time to Bishop. And first down Bishop. That's pretty much what that guy has been for us all season. Gain of 15. Now the other tight end gets involved. Matt Frank for a gain of 14. First down. Running this time it's Bean. He gets a block downfield, and there's one guy to beat. If he had a little bit of power, that could have been maybe a touchdown, but Parker now rolling out to the right. He's going to take off with this one. Fumbles the ball at the last second, picked up by Poe. That one's not going to be overturned. Dan Bell now for this Notre Dame offense, the redshirt freshman, throwing to his top receiver, Mark Miles, for first down. Now Bell this time throwing to the left to Smith. Picks that one up. Gain of 14. Now Dan Bell looking for someone to throw. All day to throw. He's going to find his man James on the sideline. He's going to cut back, break a tackle. Finally brought down 43 yards. And now they're within the 5. As Bell's going to take this one off. Sheds 1 tackle. Doesn't shed the second one. Nice tackle that time by, I think that's Joey Logan. Now handoff to Kimbrough, and we actually stop him. That was a pretty good stop for us. Now Dan Bell is just going to run this one into the end zone. No one was even near. Notre Dame strikes first, as we all thought they would. Now Carolina Atlantic back on offense. Weaver dropping this one. He dropped a bunch of passes in the last game. He just doesn't have the hands to be really effective for us this time, trying to throw this one down the field, and this is what happens when you play just a super athletic team. They're just going to be able to cut in front of all your routes, and they did that time. So here's Notre Dame already within the 5 here. Bell looking to throws this one to the sideline. That one could have been picked off right back. Joey Logan wishes he had that one back. Now Kimbrough running to the right, touchdown, Notre Dame. James Kimbrough, the junior. It's going to make this a 14-0 game for Notre Dame. Here goes Parker now on offense, running to the side, gain of 12. As we're really relying on his legs, because his accuracy has been horrendous, and his throw power really isn't that great. So just trying to use what we have available to us, as none of the other quarterbacks have any other better stats. So just a lot of Parker runs, and that's pretty much why. Now here's Notre Dame back on offense with Kimbrough running over to the side. It's a gain of 12. Here's Kimbrough again running over to the side. We can't even track him down correctly. He gets another first down. Bell looking to throw, finding James on the side. He's going to break that tackle. Takes 2 defenders, it seems like, to bring down each guy for Notre Dame. Bell now throwing to Smith off the left. He catches it, runs this one upfield for a gain of 17. First and goal, Notre Dame. Kimbrough just completely stops to punch one of our guys in the mouth. That was crazy. And he still scores. That's just how this season has been going at this point. Here's Parker now on offense. Brought down for a huge sack by Bryce Hunter. Loss of 9, third and mega long, going over the middle to Andrew Hall. He did this last week, and he does it again. Andrew Hall, our two-way player, playing both offense and defense, makes the huge catch. And he's been pretty reliable in those situations. Not even listed as a receiver, and he's playing like one of our best. Here's Jamal Griffin, gain of 16. And here goes Parker now with the run. Tries to spin out a guy. It actually works, but still brought down after the 6-yard pickup. This time, Parker throwing to Tyrone Anderson, only a gain of 7 on that one. Here goes Alex Beam, gets the block, and just doesn't have enough speed to break that one loose, but a pretty good 13-yard rush. One of our longest rushes of the season, if you can believe it. Here goes Parker extending the play. Only Tyrone Anderson. I would say that's definitely the best part of Parker's game right now, is that he can extend play a little bit. Not anything crazy, but it's not the worst extending plays, I guess. That's the way I would put it. 1 minute left for Notre Dame, and Patrick Walker, it's thrown right to him. You can't make that any easy on our linebacker. Just throw it right to him, and he's going to pick that one off. So a minute left. Can we actually score? Throwing over the middle. This is Tyrone Anderson. Gain of 23. Are we about to just score on them? No. Parker misses the wide open touchdown right there. 3rd down and 6. Can he make up for it? Trying to run outside the pocket. Too much pressure in his face. We have to settle for the field goal. That should have been a touchdown. But oh no. Is Notre Dame really going to do it? 10 seconds left. Kimbrough is going to get down all the way. Doesn't get the touchdown, but they still got a field goal after that. That was, a situation where they were trying to run it out, and they just got points out of it. So that was a little pathetic. 24-6 Notre Dame at the half. Gotta be a little impressed that it wasn't a lot higher. Now Notre Dame with a wide open tight end, Simmons this time. He barely has any speed, but we left him wide open, and he just busted that one for like 30-plus yards. Here goes Bell throwing to McNair on the right. And now a 1st and 10 for Dan Bell, throwing over to the side to McNeil. He gets one blocked, fighting forward. They're going to rule that a touchdown. 15-yard passing touchdown for Marcus McNeil. And that's going to extend Notre Dame's lead to 31-6. Here goes Dan Bell back on offense. He cuts it back inside. Still fighting forward. 19-yard run that time. Now Dan Bell throwing over the middle, and now a super athletic play by Robert Stanford prevents the touchdown. But here goes Kimbrough with blocks ahead of him. No one's going to be able to catch him. James Kimbrough, 9-yard touchdown. Now it's 38-6, Notre Dame leading in this one. Parker on a 3rd down, extending the play a little bit, trying to throw out to his man. Tyrone Anderson makes the nice catch on the side. 1st down, Carolina Atlantic. Now throwing this time to Weaver, another drop, and this one's going to be intercepted. And we're going to be throwing the challenge flag. That looked like it might have hit the ground. Hard to see from that angle. Let's see if this angle is any better.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And they're going to say that that stands. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not like it's going to matter in the end of this, but you know, might as well just try to get this challenge. Save some embarrassment. Here goes Kimbrough running over the left. He's going to absolutely bully one of our defenders and then get an extra 10 yards out of it. Here goes Kimbrough again, running right up the middle. He has a ton of blocks. Takes the safety at the last minute to get him 1st down and goal. Here goes Kimbrough fighting forward. Touchdown. As at this point, Notre Dame is just really running it up, 45-6. Nothing really left to talk about in this game. Here goes Bean, nice run. And a lot of these runs from Alex Bean I have to cut out because they're only like 1-yard gains. Not really interesting, but every so often we see him bust out a 10-yard run. Every now and again. Here's Parker throwing over to Jamal Griffin. He has to come back for it, unfortunately. 4th and 3, might as well go for it. Parker's going to take it off on the run, pitch it back. There's no one. Everyone was covered on that one. As Curtis Weaver is actually going to go down with an injury that time. As here goes Notre Dame back on offense. Kimbrough on the screen is going to pick up a 1st down. Here goes Kimbrough again, running right up the middle, has the blocks. And they're just making it look too easy as they're over 200 rushing yards now. Bell now throwing over to the side. This is James for Rashad James for the touchdown. And that was actually Glover who got injured, not Weaver. And he has a concussion and will be out of the game. So no fullback dives for us, I guess. Here goes Weaver. He finally catches it, like his first catch in like 2 weeks. He might have caught one, but that feels like his first catch. All I'm saying, but Parker, no one's open. He's going to roll out to the left, throwing this time to Hall. That was actually a pretty nice play there, throwing off his back foot. He can sometimes hit the receiver and then do that. He can just completely miss on the next play. 4th down and 7. No one's open here, trying to get the ball out, and the pressure gets to him last minute. He had a man open, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Notre Dame throwing, and this one's going to be picked off by Stanford. So the 2nd interception of the day, as Dan Bell makes a questionable decision with 3 minutes left in this game. Can we capitalize it off of it? That's not a great start. Sacked by 9, nothing really happened for the rest of the game, as Notre Dame completely destroyed us. Kimbrough had 4 touchdowns, as a lot of running backs we play have. Parker went 17-35, 184 yards, and 2 interceptions. And for running, we really didn't do anything. 38 yards, led the team by Alex Bean. Didn't mean to rhyme there. There's Anderson for 64 and 4 catches. Eric Bishop only got 1 catch in this game. He usually has a couple, but Gross, Stanford, Hall, and Floyd and Logan all led the team in tackles. We had a few tackles for loss by Derek Gross and Joey Logan, both defensive back players. Stanford and Walker got the pick. And Dan Bell had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Probably wanted to play a little bit better against, our lowly team. But Kimbrough with 234 and 4 touchdowns. Dan Bell also had 1 on the ground. And all those receiving touchdowns, or only 2 receiving touchdowns, went to James and then McNeil. And then they had a few defensive players get a few tackles for loss, a few sacks, a few interceptions. You know the deal at this point, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you could, please leave a like and subscribe for more Carolina Atlantic University Drakes football. I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.